Today I'm going to show you my recommended build for the gunner in Aliens Fireteam Elite, where I'll be covering what weapons and perks to use, starting with the perk grid. Let's start off with the gunner's first kit ability, which is Overclock. Overclock will greatly increase the fire rate and reload speed for you and your nearby allies. For this kit ability, you'll want to attach Quick Load Interlink. Overclock now instantly reloads your current gun on activation and also extends the 50% reload speed increase to your whole team. And also Stopwatch. While Overclock is on cooldown, you'll gain 20% of its unmodified benefits. This will not only increase the effectiveness of the team during Overclock, but also increase your fire rate and reload speed slightly whilst Overclock is on cooldown. Now, you may have noticed that I haven't equipped any cooldown reduction perks on not just Overclock, but this entire build. This is simply because you don't need to, as you'll benefit more from the effects of Stopwatch, and you should be using Overclock sparingly against the elite enemies anyway. Moving on to the gunner's kit perk, Stay on Target. Dealing damage will grant you bonus damage, stacking up to 10 times, for a total of 20% extra damage. For this build, you'll want to equip Targets Acquired, which greatly increases your ability recharge speed as long as you are at full stacks of Stay on Target. The reason this perk is essential is that not only does it increase your recharge speed without using up a lot of space in your perk grid, but you will be at full stacks of Stay on Target the majority of the time. Additionally, with the Mobility perk, you can allow the duration of Stay on Target to last 50% longer, which means you'll benefit from targets acquired even more frequently. We also want to have Focus Fire. Damaging a target causes them to take 2% more damage. This effect stacks up to 5 times for a total of 10% more damage. And Overwhelming Fire. Damaging an enemy that has 5 stacks of your Focus Fire will now briefly stun the target. This effect may occur against the same target once every 30 seconds. These two perks will allow us to deal even more damage and provide the team with the ability to stun an enemy just by landing your shots. Next, I'm going to talk about the gunner's second kit ability, which is the Frag Grenade. The Frag Grenade is a grenade which bounces a short distance and then explodes, dealing damage in a large radius. For the Frag Grenade, you'll want to modify it into the mini grenades. Your frag grenade is replaced with 3 smaller explosives that can be thrown one at a time, exploding on contact and dealing AoE damage in a smaller radius. The grenades replenish over time. Or alternatively, the remote detonator, which is an explosive device that lodges itself into your target, which can be remotely detonated on command. A safety fallback switch causes it to detonate after a short while if left unattended. The remote detonator is better if you don't have the pathogen DLC, but if you do have the pathogen DLC, then definitely use the mini grenades as they're more versatile. To counteract the downsides of the mini grenades, which are their lower damage and smaller blast radius, we are going to take Enhanced Reach 3 and 1, which increases ability radius by 25%, and Shrapnel. Your grenades now causes targets to bleed, taking an additional 50% of the blast's damage over 10 seconds. This will not only increase the blast radius of our grenades, making them better for crowd control, but they will also deal damage over time to targets that are affected by it. Additionally, we are also taking Disorienting Blast to turn our grenades into a utility item. Your grenade now also knocks down all affected targets. This means you will have a plentiful amount of ways to stun your enemies, which will give you and your team an enormous advantage from a survival and damage perspective, especially when you're dealing with the elite enemies, as you can stun the target and then destroy them with Overclock, like so. Lastly, for the perk grid, you'll want to equip Down and Out. You deal 20% more damage to enemies that are stunned or knocked. This perk synergizes incredibly well with Overwhelming Fire and Disorienting Blast, as you are able to deal severe amounts of burst damage to them whilst they are vulnerable, and being able to do that extra damage is important against elites, especially on higher difficulty levels. Finally, I'm going to talk about the weapons that I use for this class. For my rifle, I use the Kramer Assault Rifle. This is because it's accurate, it fires quickly, its ammo is plentiful, it has good range and weak point damage, and it has the highest damage per shot and stumble chance out of all the automatic rifles. For the mods, you'll want Precision Break for more weak point damage and effective range, the Drum Magazine for increased capacity and max ammo, as well as the 25% reload speed boost when the magazine is emptied, and the Hybrid Sight for more accuracy and weak point damage. As for my CQW, I use the M37A3 pump shotgun. The pump shotgun is easily one of the best weapons in the entire game because of its devastating damage up close and against elites, but also because of its cancelable reloads, allowing you to top up shells in the heat of battle. For mods, you want the ported compensator for fire rate and stability, the Field Reserve's tubular magazine, which increases reload speed and max ammo, and the Hybrid Sight, which increases accuracy and weak point damage. So that was my recommended gunner build in Aliens Fireteam Elite. I'm now going to finish the video by showing you some gameplay footage. Let me know what you think about the build in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video useful.
Bypassing damage.
Box on the canyon wall! Secure the area, then grab the demo charge! Secured. Get the charge. A native critter, or are the bugs killing each other? Bugs ahead! Watch the walls! Good news. That one's got the demo charge. Praetorian! Dino Warrior!
Bypassing damage.
Grabbing ammo.
Charges set. Move to cover. Bugs! Lay fire on the door!
Bypassing damage.
All right, I'm sending a resupply UAV ahead. Let's see what's down there.